Hello everyone, my name is Rico, and for the past couple of weeks I stumbled across a video from TED Talks. I'm not really into TED Talks because of other channels that already cover my curiosity, like Veritasium, Vsauce, which is the OG for you nerds out there, a different kind of nerd. The video that I watched from TED Talks is about technologies involving artificial intelligence, but not ordinary AI and tech stuff, because they refer to the plane or the base, or you could say that the fundamental of AI, which includes hardware that is capable of doing the calculation things for the magic of AI. The hardware that they are referring to is chips, not edible chips, but chips for computers that can compute things. In addition, these advanced chips that are capable of doing AI workloads will have the potential risk of being offline if something happens to the manufacturer. At first, I couldn't agree because many companies make chips like Nvidia, AMD, Intel, and so on. But then Rob Toews, the person who explained this kind of stuff, said that these companies are the designer of the chips, not manufacture them. And he referred to this kind of company called fabless. Then I'm surprised how little things like this I'm still wrong about. Then he also referred to the company as the only company that can mass produce these chips in a way that many chips designers couldn't, which is TSMC, in short, Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturer Company. He also said that in the first 2 or 3 minutes into the video, TSMC is probably the most influential, if not the most important company in the world, where all of the AI advanced chips have been manufactured. At first, yeah, I've heard this company's name before, but I didn't do any research on it, so I just said that this company only makes other kinds of chips. But boy oh boy, I was wrong all along. This video showed me that it is fascinating to see all of the chips, which are the most important component when it comes to running heavy workloads that involve artificial intelligence, are manufactured using TSMC machinery. I'm talking about all of the tech giants like Nvidia, AMD, and even Apple themselves manufacturing their Apple silicon with Taiwan's machinery, which is TSMC, not to mention other companies like Amazon with their cloud services, and Tesla with their automotive advancement, and of course, Google. Then I wondered if I was right because I've heard that Samsung and Intel use their facilities to manufacture and produce chips. And yes, this is true. But let's just say Samsung could or can make 3nm process chips, but it's not hiding the fact that it's managed to be inferior compared to TSMC yield and volumes when it comes to producing an AI chips. Not to mention, TSMC is a Taiwanese company and it is located not far from China, making it a bit fraudulent when it comes to war between the two, but that's just an assumption that Rob Toews made, because China itself is still overly reliant on TSMC fabs to produce its chip. But let's just say that there is only one company that produces or manufactures AI chips that were designed by chip makers like AMD and Nvidia. For example, if TSMC were offline for a while, or a lot longer because of the war that happened, or something happened to them, I would say that 10 to 20 years from now, AI will probably continue to be more advanced at a slower pace, or maybe not at all. Because of these chips makers, AMD or Nvidia, they were making their chips. They designed their chips and test it out, but it's also not hiding the fact that they can produce their chips but not mass produce it. At the end of the day, TSMC rules the world of AI. because they have the most advanced machinery to mass produce chips with their 3 nanometer process, allowing them to work in an atom level precision. But something keeps minding me a bit, because who produces the machinery that TSMC uses to manufacture the chips? Well, I've heard that ASML, which is a Dutch company, produces the machinery for these kind of jobs. Then I come back again to that statement from the video, which the most important company in the world is TSMC, but what if ASML is the most important company in the world? Well, I would just said that that's a story for another video. So in conclusion, I couldn't help but agree with that statement that Rob makes in the video about the TSMC manufacturers. Yes, other companies can mass produce chips like Samsung or Intel, but at the end of the day, TSMC will be still the GOATs when it comes to mass producing AI chips. Because again, not hiding the fact that Apple, which is the most perfection company when it comes to producing their product, still relies on TSMC fabrication when it comes to mass producing Apple's silicon chips. Therefore, TSMC might be the perfect solution for Apple and other companies to produce AI chips instead of Samsung and Intel fabrication. As we marvel at the strides in AI, it's worth acknowledging the unknown heroes, companies like TSMC and ASML, who make these breakthroughs possible. And with that, I leave you with this thought. The next time you see AI in action, remember the intricate web of innovating behind it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.